But that brings up the moral courage, doing what's right, even if people aren't watching, even if people disagree with it, to show that moral courage. This is what I believe, and here's where I am.
You talk about moral courage for a second. I do want to touch on something with that. I think the two biggest influences on me when it came to that kind of what you'd call as moral courage is I grew up, my dad was in the military, and then I went into the military. I was a field artillery guy. And the military instills that in you, I think, a lot, is to have the courage and the moral courage. And then I'm an Eagle Scout, and I'll be 50. I'll be 55 this year. Dadgum. And yet I can still repeat the Scout Oath and Scout Law in the middle of the night, wake me up from a dead sleep, and I can repeat those to you because they're so ingrained in me. And so I think it's just when you get that kind of upbringing, then it's just you say, okay, I grew up in an environment people do the right thing, they serve their country, and they remain trustworthy. So I guess that's what I'm supposed to do too. You know.
And same here, and anything other than that, it strikes me as odd. How people
Right.
can't have that sense of duty. Have you ever worked with somebody or worked for somebody that maybe showed a certain courage that maybe gave you inspiration?
Yeah, well, my boss at the Chamber of Commerce, not the president, we had a big chamber, so I had a boss between me and the president. It's a guy named Gary Jones, Gary Allen Jones. And Gary was a retired colonel of infantry, served his country in Vietnam, won the Silver Star while he was there. He was just a great leader, had the courage to stand up and do the right thing. One of the things he did is we had a small team, four of us on the team. He fought for us every chance he got to make sure that we had the resources we needed to do the job. He wore us out when we didn't do it right. When we fell short, he could revert to Colonel Jones in a heartbeat. But he was just, if I could be more like Gary Jones, I'd be a better person for it. There's no question.
That is awesome.